Hello and welcome to ACMHOME.com training. This screencast will cover the use of ACMHOME.com from both an American Community Management staff member's perspective as well as a resident user's perspective. ACMHOME.com serves as the hub of electronic communication between ACM staff and our clients. This website provides a centralized location for information. It allows residents to view their accounts, make payments, access news and updates regarding their communities, and locate important documents. As a member of ACM's team, you will be updating community websites and providing basic website guidance to our residents. This training is designed to equip you with the knowledge you'll need to complete daily upkeep and tasks. ACM staff members also use this website for internal purposes. This too will be covered in the training. During the first part of the training, we will view the site from the staff member perspective. In the later half, we'll take a look at the site from the perspective of board members and residents. First, open your website browser and type www.acmhome.com into the search bar and click Enter. This will bring you to acmhome.com's landing page. At the top, you will see a section for special announcements. Here we have the resident login area, registration, acmhome.com user manuals, the welcome section, our client satisfaction survey link, ACM updates area, and our direct debit form. Residents without an existing ACM Home account will need to click here to register. They'll be directed to a form to fill out, and it takes 1 to 2 business days for this to be verified and approved. Once they fill out the fields, they'll then click here to view our terms and conditions and click register. Let's dive in by logging into your user account. As a member of ACM staff, your acmhome.com account will be provided to you upon starting with the company. Enter your user ID and password and click login. The website directs you to the Home tab, which contains the resident login, the main menu, My Community website link, and the other sections that we saw on the landing page. In the resident login section, you're able to edit your user profile by clicking the Edit Profile hyperlink. After you make any changes within this section, select Update Profile Changes, and you can go back. Any changes made within that section are not entered into SNERTHCO and need to be done manually. We'll learn about that in a different training. The main menu is mainly used by residents. As a staff member, your acmhome.com account is not synced directly to a SNERTHCO homeowner account, as a homeowner's would be, unless you live in a community managed by ACM. Therefore, these links do not sync to anything that is in SNERTHCO as they would for a homeowner. We'll go over this in more detail during the later half of the training. The My Community website contains links to your community. If and when you need your community list updated, contact your supervisor or the webmaster. This area is a shortcut for you to gain access to the communities you serve on a regular basis. You can also access the communities by clicking the Communities tab. This tab contains a link to every community serviced by ACM. This is a great way to access community websites you may not service on a regular basis, like if you are covering for a colleague or are otherwise called upon to assist with a community that is not on your assigned list. The Contact Us tab provides contact information for our offices, including addresses, payment mailing addresses, phone numbers, and the general email address. There's a small form on the screen that allows residents to send an email to the general email box. This is typically used by residents who aren't sure who to contact regarding a question or concern. Be sure to encourage residents to use this for general inquiries only. Time-sensitive emails should not be sent to this address since it is only checked 2 to 3 times per day. The Boardroom tab is available to board members and ACM staff only. Those who do not have board or staff permissions will see this message if they click on the tab. Again, as with the main menu icons, your ACM Home account is not synced directly to one SNERTHCO account, as a homeowner's account would be. We'll take a closer look at the Boardroom tab and how you as an administrator can access it when we cover the board member perspective. The FAQ tab holds the mailing address for payments, as also found on the Contact Us section, and PDFs containing information on payment options and resales. ACM News links out to the ACM blog, which provides information about services and other events going on within our company. It also links to communitymanagers.net, acmhome.com, and ACM newsletters. The Partners tab is an opportunity for outside service providers to advertise their business on the website. If you or anyone you know is interested in advertising on the site, contact Amy Gout using the email addresses provided here. The ACM tab is for internal use only. Residents do not have access to this tab. We are currently in the process of building these submit budgets and new business sections. Training on those two topics will be added at a later date. Right now, we are using this tab to send RFP requests to the Property Management Department. We will learn how to complete and submit that form later in this section. The Dash tab is also for internal use only. This is where you will administrate user accounts and find the help system. My screen looks a little bit different than yours. Your Dash tab will include the user management icon as well as the help system icon. Next, we'll take a look at the community website layout and work through the administration tools you'll be using on a regular basis. To enter the community website, click on the Home tab, and then click on the website you wish to enter. Here you'll see the community website homepage. Within here, you'll find the News and Update section, the Community Contact Information section, and the Document Library. In order to edit a post, simply click Edit next to the post that you'd like to update and type in your information. Then click Save and Update. Return to Listings, and now your update has been submitted. If you'd like to see this in a larger view, you can click Expand View, and it will take the full screen. You can go back to your regular view by clicking Go Back. In order to delete a post, just click the Delete in red, and the post will disappear. Be sure that you do want to in fact delete the post because it cannot be retrieved once it is gone. As new posts are submitted, old ones will move down the menu. If you'd like to put an older post up at the top and make it new again, you can do so by updating the timestamp. Do that by clicking Edit, and then Update Timestamp, and that will put it back to the top of your list. In order to make changes to any sections on the community website, you're going to need to be in edit mode. In order to get into edit mode, scroll down to the bottom of your screen and click Edit Mode. Here you'll see new options for changing content. You can add content by clicking here, which you'll rarely have to do. If you need help with that, give me a call. What you'll be doing more often than not is updating the document library and updating the contact information. As a note, please remember never to click Clear Section. If you click that, it will delete this entire section. Sometimes it's retrievable from the archive section within the website. Sometimes it's not. It's best just not to click on it. In order to edit the section, you would either click on Editor or Manage, depending on the type of section we're looking at. Let's take a look at updating the community contact information. To start, click on Editor. Here you'll see a Content Editor box. This includes the information as typed in the current contact information slot. If we'd like to update maybe the community manager's name and address, email address, we would do so here. So let's change the name from Jane to Jim. We'll update Jane's email address as well. When we do this, we want to make sure that the community manager's or the admin's address is correct and linked to the correct email address. In order to ensure that, highlight the hyperlink and click on the silver link icon at the top. Make sure the URL and the link text matches the name as it's typed in the contact box. Here it has my email address just because it's a test subject. We can change it over to Jim Doe so that it matches. And then click OK. And then when someone goes to, click Save and Update as well, and close. So when someone goes to email Jim Doe, it'll link directly to Jim Doe's email address, as you can see. Okay, so let's go back into edit mode now. We'll shift focus to updating the document library. Folder management is easy and flexible in this program. You can upload new documents, delete old ones, change the order in which they appear, create folders inside of folders, and move existing folders to new folders. That's just some of the things you can do. Let's begin by making changes and edits in the document library. We're going to start by clicking Manage. Once Manage is clicked, you'll be able to see every folder that's listed within the document library. To add a folder, you click Add Folder at the top, type in the name of your folder, and click Add Folder. As you can see, Flowers, which we just added, has 0 items in it. If a folder has 0 items, it will not appear on the main menu. So let's take a look at that. Close out, click Refresh, and there's no Flowers folder here. So we've got to put something in it for it to show up. In order to do that, we'll click Manage. We'll go into our folder and we'll add a document. So let's upload some files. To do that, click on Upload Files, Add Files, and then choose the document you'd like to add. Start upload. Once you see the uploads complete, you can close out. So let's refresh again and see if it shows up now. There's our Flowers folder, and inside is the test document. To delete a folder, go back into Manage and select the X next to the folder you wish to delete, and that will remove it from your list. Once you X out and refresh again, you'll find that that folder is no longer there. We can organize our folders by dropping them into subfolders. Let's try that. To do that, click on Manage again. Let's put the Local Government and Education folder inside of the Local Info folder. We'll do that by clicking Edit and then choosing the correct parent folder. Once that's done, click Save and Update, and close out, click Refresh, and you'll find that folder has been moved. There we go. To upload a document into an existing folder, click on Manage, choose your folder, and then click Upload Files. And do the same as you did before. Add files, choose your document, start the upload. When it's complete, you can close out and refresh, and you'll find your document there. If you'd like to add a website link to the document library, you can do that by clicking Manage, choosing Add Item, type in a description, for type, choose Link, and click Save and Update. Here you'll be asked to add your URL. And always choose to open the link in a new window. Click Save and Update. Once you X out and refresh, you'll find that the link is posted to the document library. Go ahead and click your link, and it links out to the website. If for some reason you find you need to adjust the order of the folders in the document library, you do that by clicking Manage and arrowing them up and down. As you click the arrows, you'll see they move down or up depending upon what you've clicked. That's just for further organizational help. If you'd like to make something invisible but still available on the site, you can do that by clicking on Edit and changing it from visible to hidden. That way, someone who doesn't administrate this site won't be able to see it, but it'll still be there for those who need to use it. If you click on Manage, you'll still be able to see it, and you'll see that it's in hidden status. To put it back to visible, click on Edit again, choose Visible, save and update, and it'll show up again, just like it did before. Let's move on to the calendar. The calendar can be used to schedule events within the community, such as inspections, yard sales, block parties, monthly meetings, and things of that nature. To do that, click on Calendar. Then scroll down and click Edit Mode and Manage. Here you'll see a list of already occurring events. To add a new event, click Add New Event. Anything in red must be filled out, so make sure you fill out those value forms. We'll schedule a block party. The small arrow will take you ahead a year. The big arrow will take you ahead a month. We'll schedule it for March 18th. You can add a summary. Add your start times and your end times. You can add more information like the location name, address. You can add a color in case you have several events going on in one day and you need them to stand out from one another. You can attach a flyer, the same way we did before with the files. Choose File, then choose your attachment. You'll see it's loaded there. Add a picture if you like, and then click Save and Update. Once you close out and click on Refresh, you'll be able to see your event for March 18th. To edit an existing event, click on Manage, and then click on the event that you'd like to edit. Click Save and Update. And when you close out and refresh, you should see the update that you made. Go to the month it's in, you'll see Block Party canceled. To delete an event, first click on the event link in the calendar. Then click Delete Event. You'll see event deleted. Close your window and refresh, and the block party has disappeared from the calendar. To set a recurring event, click on the event in the calendar, choose Edit Event, go to Recurring Setup. Choose your frequency, which we have here as monthly. Then you can select your repeat option. I'm going to choose repeat on the third Friday of every month, and I want it to stop after 4 intervals. Then click on Preview Recurring Settings, and you'll see the events for the next 3 months. Click Generate Events. Now you'll see them turn green as created. Once you close out and refresh your screen, you'll see your new events. There's March, there's April, May, June, and it stops in July. You can also view your calendar as a week view, if you prefer, more like an agenda look to it, or a month view. Now, let's try the photo gallery. In the photo gallery, you can place photos of the community. Sometimes they like to have pictures of their pool or their landscape. It's a great place to showcase the community. In order to do that, you can start by managing galleries. Once you click Manage Galleries, you can add a new photo gallery or update an existing gallery. To update an existing, click on Edit, and here you'll see the pictures that are already within the gallery. You can add captions if you like. We'll put this as the North Pool, and this can be the South Pool. Save captions, and preview. You can upload more photos by clicking Upload, Add Files. I'll choose the pool party picture. Start upload. And then go back. Now we have 3 photos. We'll click in, take a look, and there's our new photograph. You can go back and add a new gallery if you like. Let's add a Christmas light gallery. Click Add New, and now we have a new gallery. If we'd like to add a picture, we can click Edit, Upload Photos, Add Files, Christmas Lights, Start Upload. That's completed. Let's go to Add Captions. We can add the Smith House. Look at the preview. Great. So we can now delete a photo gallery. Maybe they don't want pictures of the yard sale up any longer. To do that, you go in and just click the X, confirm delete, and it's gone. The Board Corner tab is a feature that is privately accessed by ACM staff and community board members. It includes the Action Items section and Board Documents. Action Items allows board members and managers to create, designate, and track tasks within the community. Tasks are date and time stamped for accuracy of documentation. Projects and tasks can be labeled as open, pending, or resolved for accurate tracking and notification of completion. The Board Documents section contains documents used by board members only. Examples of this would include spreadsheets, rental information, maps of the community, license tags, things of that nature. Let's take a look at using the Action Items section. To add a new action item, click on Edit Project. Then, make sure your bullet point is on Task and type in the name of your project. Click Add after you type that in, and then fill out the details. Make sure your due date matches this format, otherwise the computer program will not recognize it. You can assign this to yourself or to a board member. Choose the priority, let's put this on high priority, and the status, which I'll put on needs info. Then type your comments into the content box here. If you have a photograph or a PDF to attach, you may do so by clicking Content Editor and uploading the files, much like we did in prior projects. Always click Save and Update, and then Save and Update again. Here you can see your newly attached document. You can preview your task by clicking Preview. If you need to make edits, click Edit. Otherwise, go back. And here you'll see your new task. The action item list will show you your number of your action items, comments associated with each item, the level of priority, as well as the status. When something is in progress or needs information, you can change it by clicking the empty box, adding a question mark if it needs information, or a check if it's completed. When something's completed, there's no longer a blue hyperlink, it turns black, but you can still click on it to get information if you need to. In order to add a comment, click on your task. Under here where it says Post Comments, you can type in what you need to say. It's important to add the name of the person typing, otherwise you won't know who typed the comment. Click Post, and you'll see your comment. A time and date stamp will appear next to each comment posted. If you'd like to delete a comment, click Delete next to it. Board members and fellow staff can also reply to your comments on this page. However, there will be no email alert sent to you when a comment or a post is updated, so you'll need to check back periodically to see if anyone has responded. If you have a large project that you'd like to break down into smaller tasks, you can do that by creating a folder within Action Items. To do that, click on Edit Project, and then choose Folder. Type in the name of your project. Click Add. You can add a date if you'd like. You can assign it as well, or you can leave that blank. Choose your priority and your status. Again, you can type in comments or notes and add pictures if you'd like. Click Save and Update when you're done, and then go back. Now you see your new folder. Now let's add an existing task into our parent folder. To do that, click on Edit that corresponds with your task, and where it says Folder, click the drop-down menu and choose the correct folder. Click Save and Update, and go back. And now you have an item inside of your Grounds Upkeep folder. To delete a task, click on the X that corresponds with the task. It will be moved into the Deleted Items folder. Once it's in this folder, it cannot be removed from the folder. To permanently delete something, click X once it's in the deleted folder. To add a new document or folder to the Board Documents section, click on Edit Mode and choose Manage. As you can see, it looks just like our document library. You can add a new folder, upload files, or add a website link. Let's upload a file by clicking Upload Files, choose Add Files, select the file you'd like to upload, and click Choose, and then Start Upload. Once that's complete, you can close out. Choose Refresh, and you'll see your new document. Since the Amenities tab is only included for our properties that contain pools or clubhouses, we'll cover this section in a separate training. Let's move on to the ACM tab. This tab is accessible to staff members only. Right now, the only functional icon is the RFP request. This is usually filled out by community managers when they need assistance from property management in bidding out contract work. To enter, click the icon. If you need to create a new submission for the property management department to receive, click on Create New Submission. Then enter a description below. Click Save and Continue. Next, fill out the form as it requests. Choose your name as the property manager. Select the property name. Select the type of request and the type of service if necessary. Choose your dates. Enter today's date. The format is fine. It doesn't matter if you enter the actual word or the number that corresponds to the month. The date that you need the proposals by. And describe your project briefly here. If your text is too long in this box, the website won't accept the request, so try to keep it as brief as you can. Here you have the opportunity to upload any files. Before you do that, make sure you click Save. Otherwise, you'll have to start from scratch, filling out the form all over. Once you've saved it, then click Select under Upload Files and choose a file that you'd like to add. You can add a picture, any PDF or JPEG is fine. Let's add our test document. And as you can see, you have the opportunity to add more than one. If you'd like to delete them, you can do them one at a time, or if you need to delete several at once, click Clear All. Once you finish, click Go Back, and your form is ready for submission. Click Next Section. Here you'll see a brief rundown of the form that you just completed, along with your uploaded files. If everything looks good, click Submit Information. Once you click that, your request is automatically sent to the Property Management Department. Every email listed here will receive that request. Be sure to follow up with Property Management if you don't hear from them within 1 to 2 business days after submitting this form. To go out, click Go Back. And you'll see that your request is listed here on the main menu page. Next, let's take a look at the Dash tab. This tab contains the user management icon as well as the help system. The help system contains a list of information for you to look at in case you have questions regarding how to navigate this system and what different icons mean. The user management system is something that you'll use much more frequently. To access user management, click the icon. Here, you can type in the name of the resident whose account you're looking for. You can choose their email address if you know it, which is faster, or you can type in their last name if necessary. Click Enter, and the user's name will appear under the name field. You'll also see their email address, as well as a phone number if they've chosen to supply us with that. Click Edit, and you'll be able to see their account information. You'll see which group memberships they're mapped to, as well as their board or manager access. No one should ever have manager or staff access. Everyone who is a resident will either be mapped as a board member or as nothing. If you need to map someone as a board member, make sure this box is checked. If it is unchecked, that means they don't have access to Boardroom or the Board Corner tab. Check the box and click Save Changes. In addition, make sure that this person can also have admin rights to their community website. In order to do that, select Add Edit and toggle through Member, Admin. A board member should have admin access. If you need to add a community, you can do that in the same area here. Click the drop-down box and select the new community to add to this person's account. Click Add New. If they're a board member in one community but not in the other, they can be member in one and admin in the other. If they sell a property that they own in another community, you can click Delete and remove that community from their mapping. If you receive a call or an email from a resident stating that they've forgotten their password or can't sign in for some reason, you can send them their sign-on information. To do that, you would go into the user management icon and click Send Info. Once you click Send Info, you'll see the email address that this will be sent to. Please have them verify the correct email address. If it does not match, you will need to have them request a change of email. If it does match, you can click here and it will automatically send their user ID and password to their email account. To go back, click Go Back. If someone calls and says they're having trouble viewing something on their web page, you can log in as that user to see what they're seeing. That way you can tell whether it's isolated to their computer or if it's a system-wide issue. To do that, click Login next to their name, and here you'll see the page as they can see it. Now that we're logged in as a board member, let's take this opportunity to tour this site from the perspective of a board member. First, you'll see the page looks exactly the same as it did when you logged in. The Communities tab, as you can see, is blank. Contact Us has all the same information that you can see. His Boardroom. Under the Boardroom tab, he can go directly to his account by clicking View Account, or he can view the financials for the entire community by clicking Financials. This way, he doesn't have to show his personal account to the rest of the board if they're in a group setting. Here he can view all the monthly financials, select the invoice reports that he would like to look at, and they'll load as PDFs. He can view other items by clicking on the sidebar menu if he chooses. He can view the contracts for the community, property information, policies, governing documents. He can also view the maintenance requests, and other reports. To go back to ACMHOME, just click out, and we're back to the boardroom. Instead of having to use that side menu, he could also just click through our different icons. It breaks it down a little easier so that the board members don't have to go through the sidebar menu each time if they're not comfortable with doing that. He can view violations, architectural requests, maintenance requests, as well as the resource library. This section is the same across the board. Each boardroom contains the exact same resource library. The FAQ tab remains the same. ACM News is also available, as well as the Partners tab. However, ACM is restricted to ACM managers and staff only, as is the Dash tab, where they'll receive a security access error. Let's go back to the home page. When this member goes to his main menu, this is where he can view his personal information, such as his account, which links out to Synerthco, just like it did in the boardroom. This is where he can see his balance sheet. Again, he can view other reports and information from this side menu should he choose to. The icons serve as a shortcut. Here is where board members and regular residents would select an email change should their email change in the system. They'll need to fill out this quick form and submit the request. The registration team will then update their email address in both ACMHOME and in Synerthco. If the email address does not match in both ACMHOME and Synerthco, the two programs cannot talk to each other and the accounts will not sync. If someone decides they don't want to receive email from ACM, they would click Email Opt-out. They would type in their community name and then check this box stating they understand that they will no longer receive any correspondence via email and click Submit Form. The Pay Fees button links out to Union Bank's website. Through this site, the user can pay their fees either by credit card or using e-checks. If this page does not work for them, either they're locked out perhaps, or the page just won't load, they'll need to contact Union Bank's Customer Care Center. The phone number is listed at the top of the screen and also in this box. Now let's enter the board president's community website. Board members have administration access to their websites, much like ACM staff. As you can see, they have both the edit mode and admin menu option at the bottom of the page. They're able to add new updates to the news and updates section. They can add and delete sections, as well as add documents to their document library. Not all board members do this. Most prefer that our administration staff take care of it, but they do have the capability if they're interested. The rest of the site looks the same for the board member as it would for a resident. They can see the calendar. They can see the photo gallery. And as a board member, they have access to action items and board documents. Again, they can edit and use the admin menu at will if they're interested in doing so. The user can then log out by clicking Return, which takes them back to their main page, and click Log Out. I'm going to log in now as someone who is not a board member. As you can see, this person is not mapped as a board member. Let's log in as this user. The main difference between the board member access and the non-board member access is the fact that they do not have the editing capabilities that the board member does. As you can see, there is no edit mode or admin mode there. Also, their boardroom tab is restricted. When they enter their community website, there's no board corner tab. Another difference is that they don't have the edit and delete options in the news and updates. They can only view the posts and click the links. Otherwise, it's identical. And now we'll log out. This brings us back to our landing page where we originally began. This concludes the training for ACMHOME.com. If you have any questions or need help with anything, please feel free to contact me at creif@communitymanagers.net, or you can give me a call on my extension at 301. I hope you found this training helpful.